One of my one-on-oneers coming to the stage right now. Give it up for Mr. Tommy Henshaw!
And while you're doing that, give it up for Roy. He put up with me for 8 weeks, and I'm one of those guys who thinks he's pretty damn smart. I'm proud to start this off, and that Roy has been known to stretch the truth just a little. Now, he said, I volunteered. He said, is your dumb ass able to do this? And I said, yeah, I can do that. No problem. Because I thought it was an honor to open up the show and to come out here in front and lead off all of these people, batting lead off. And then I realized he just didn't think I could stay up any later than this. I'm going to tell you just a little bit about myself. I'm a Shriner here in Tulsa. Thank you. Great organization. But it seems every time I tell somebody that, they go, you drive one of them little bitty cars around in the parade? Folks, really, please look at me. If you stripped me naked and you covered me with Kentucky jelly, that's KY jelly, we could not force me into one. It would be just like trying to put 10 pounds of potatoes into a 5-pound sack. Or putting me in an airline seat. Either way, it's still a tough proposition. I'm also, like a lot of you Okies in here, I'm a member of a tribe. I'm a member of the Fakari tribe. We're a proud bunch. The Fakari Braves, however, could not really sneak up on anybody or anything. Because off in the distance, you would hear us, where the fuck are we? Where the fuck are we? So we couldn't sneak up on you. But I'm really excited. We're getting our own tribal license plate, and the logo is of a Fakari Brave clinging to the top of a tall tree with one hand, and with the other shielding his eyes, scanning across the horizon, trying to find anything that looks remotely familiar. And, who knows, if you've ever turned to someone and said, hey, where the fuck are we? You could be a member of my tribe. I've been married over 40 years to the same woman. Don't applaud because this part's not over yet. The night's not over. Is she still smiling? That's all that's important. She'll tell you the reason why I asked her to marry me in the first place was because she was a cheap date. Now, it is true, one beer and the girl's clothes magically seemed to just fall off. And she stopped drinking beer a long time ago. We live out in the country about 35 miles from here, and we often talk about, for the convenience sake, selling out, moving back into town. Well, I got to tell you, I don't think I can give up peeing outside. And I could see trouble brewing in a residential neighborhood in South Tulsa. And I love the animals out there. I love the wildlife. I love the birds. I really spend a lot of money feeding birds over the winter. And my favorite birds are hummingbirds and swallows. I love those little hummingbirds and swallows. Yeah, I love those hummers and swallows. And I haven't seen one of those in a while either. Is she still smiling? Woo, could be expensive night. Like a lot of people, I've been fighting my weight my entire life. And my parents tried to motivate me to back away from the table. My dad, in his special way, he would look at me and say, boy, you get much damn fatter. I'm going to take your ass down to Tulsa tent and awning to see Omar the tent maker and see if we can get you some damn jeans made. I really wish I could tell you I made that up. Or he'd say, I'm going to get you a white belt. I'd say, okay, why? He said, that way I can tell if you're walking or rolling. He was kind of a fan of croquet, I guess. And when I came home from school after a day of being bullied, pestered, beat up, poked. Oh, look, it's the Stay Fresh Pop Boy. Those type of things. And I just needed something. He would say, it's all right, boy. Keep your chins up. A while back, my mother called, and she said, do you know what I saw on television? No. I heard that if you lose 100 pounds, you'll gain 3 inches of length to your penis. Now, this is not normally a conversation you want to have with your mother, but I was intrigued. So I said, Mom, who told you that? And she said, Dr. Oz. I said, well, you know, it could be possible. He's a pretty smart guy, and after all, he did get Dorothy back to Kansas. I don't know if you've seen the star shower deals or advertising. You know, it has the red and green lasers that for the guys that are fat and lazy and don't want to decorate their house, and you put it out there in the yard. Well, I got one. And it was throwing billions of little green and red lights onto our house. I came home and the green had burned out. So now we got all these red lights, dots on our house. It looks like our house has a really bad case of the measles, or a SWAT team is just about to swarm in on us. So I'm standing at a urinal. Imagine that. And I'm reading an old prophylactic rubber machine for you fellas, rubber machine, and it says, Rita's Rough Riders, when your partner whacks it woof. And at the bottom it says, product of India. Now, who among you really wants to get your condoms where they're made in probably the most overpopulated country on the friggin' planet? Because I'm thinking the damn things don't work too good. But do you know how to tell? You can tell pretty easily if your partner's got one on. He'll have a red dot right on the tip of his. He'll have a red dot right on the tip of his. You owe me $5. I told you I'd get them to say that. That's the end of my time. Thank you for yours. Tommy Henshaw.